Welcome to the Backstage Vault, where music's hidden gems and artistic marvels take center stage. Today, we're diving into a realm where color bursts from the seams, and reality bends in the grooves of vinyl, the mesmerizing world of psychedelic album covers. Imagine holding a record in your hands, feeling the weight of its history, and being drawn into a whirlpool of vivid colors and surreal designs. That's the power of psychedelic art in music packaging. It's not just about protecting the vinyl. It's an invitation to a sonic and visual journey like no other. Album covers, in the grand tapestry of music, are the banners under which albums march into history. They encapsulate the essence of the music, the spirit of the times, and the soul of the artist. Psychedelic album covers, in particular, are fascinating artifacts of a period when boundaries were pushed, both musically and visually. They are not mere images, they are portals to the revolutionary sounds of the 60s and 70s, beckoning listeners to experience the depth and breadth of psychedelic music. The journey of psychedelic album cover art begins in the heart of the 1960s counterculture, a time of social upheaval, creative exploration, and a quest for deeper meaning. As the world buzzed with the energy of change, music became the voice of a generation, and album covers the face of its revolution. The origins of psychedelic art are as eclectic and vibrant as the designs themselves, drawing from a melting pot of artistic movements, from Art Nouveau's intricate patterns to Surrealism's dreamlike imagery, all fueled by the era's explorations into the mind-altering experiences of psychedelics. Artists like Victor Moscoso, Rick Griffin, and Wes Wilson, who were themselves immersed in the psychedelic lifestyle, tapped into their own experiences with substances to break free from conventional design norms. They experimented with wildly vivid colors, intricate patterns, and distorted forms to visually encapsulate the sensation of a psychedelic trip. This wasn't just art, it was a rebellion, a bold declaration of a new way of seeing and experiencing the world, reflected in the music it accompanied. The album cover became a canvas for this artistic insurrection, inviting listeners to not only hear the music, but to see its colors, feel its textures, and dive headfirst into its immersive landscapes. In this era, album covers like the Grateful Dead's Anthem of the Sun and Jefferson Airplane's Surrealistic Pillow stood out as beacons of psychedelic art. Anthem of the Sun is a visual trip in itself, with its swirling patterns and explosive colors that seem to pulsate with the music's experimental vibrancy. Surrealistic Pillow, on the other hand, mirrors the album's groundbreaking fusion of rock and psychedelia with its dreamy, otherworldly illustration. These covers didn't just package the music, they expanded it, creating a multi-sensory experience that was integral to the psychedelic journey. They blurred the lines between the visual and the auditory, between art and music, challenging us to see beyond the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary. Now, let's break down the key elements that give psychedelic album covers their mesmerizing allure, turning each album into a visual symphony that resonates with the soul-stirring tunes it encases. First up, the colors. Oh, the colors. They're not just bright, they're electric, capable of igniting the imagination with a single glance. From neon pinks to deep purples, psychedelic art splashes across the spectrum, daring to dazzle and delight. These aren't just random splatters of paint, they're carefully chosen palettes that evoke the very essence of psychedelia, inviting you to feel the music before the needle ever hits the groove. Then there's the surreal imagery, a hallmark of the psychedelic experience. This album covers whisk you away to lands that defy logic, where the impossible becomes possible. Fish might fly, clocks might melt, and landscapes twist into fantastical shapes that puzzle the mind. This surrealism isn't just for show, it's a visual metaphor for the mind-expanding effects of the music and, perhaps, the psychedelics that often accompany. It's about breaking free from the constraints of reality, exploring the depths of the imagination, and seeing the world in a kaleidoscope of new, vibrant ways. But wait, there's more, the intricate patterns. Look closely, and you'll see that every inch of space is alive with detail. These patterns are a visual echo of the music's complexity, with motifs that repeat, evolve, and intertwine like the notes in a psychedelic symphony. They draw you in, inviting you to lose yourself in their complexity, just as the music beckons you to lose yourself in its soundscapes. These patterns are not just decorations, they're an integral part of the psychedelic lexicon, speaking a language of unity, harmony, and connection that transcends words. Together, these elements create a unique visual language that is synonymous with the psychedelic genre. They're not just artistic choices, they're an invitation to experience music in a whole new dimension. It's as if the album covers themselves are on a mission to ensure that before the music even reaches your ears, your mind is already primed for a journey beyond the boundaries of the ordinary. In the world of psychedelic album covers, art and music dance together in a celebration of creativity, freedom, and exploration. And as we wade deeper into the kaleidoscope of psychedelic art, we uncover the genius of artists who painted the soundtrack of a generation. Consider the Grateful Dead's Aoxomoxoa, a word palindrome that mirrors the symmetrical, mind-bending art by Rick Griffin. Its intricate detail and otherworldly imagery perfectly encapsulate the album's experimental sounds, creating a visual counterpart to the music's own exploratory journey. Or dive into the swirling depths of Cream's Disraeli Gears, designed by Martin Sharp. This cover is a psychedelic masterpiece, blending vivid colors with surreal, fluid shapes to evoke the album's blues-infused rock. In an age before digital streaming, the album cover was often the first interaction a listener had with an album, setting the stage for the auditory experience to come. The psychedelic era may have been a product of its time, but the art it produced remains timeless, a testament to the enduring appeal of pushing boundaries and exploring new horizons. Let's circle back and zoom in on some of the most famous artists and albums that became icons of the psychedelic era, their covers as revolutionary as the tracks they encased. First up, the emblematic Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. This 1967 masterpiece is often hailed as the pinnacle of psychedelic album art, with its groundbreaking cover featuring the Fab Four in vibrant, satirical military uniforms, surrounded by a gathering of life-sized cardboard cutouts of famous personalities. The cover, designed by Peter Blake and Jan Howarth, wasn't just a visual treat, it was a cultural statement, encapsulating the spirit of the era and breaking away from traditional album design. Then there's Pink Floyd, a band synonymous with psychedelic music and art. Their 1973 album, The Dark Side of the Moon, features one of the most recognizable covers in music history. Designed by Storm Thorgerson and Hypnosis, the simple yet profound image of a prism dispersing light into a rainbow spectrum perfectly captures the band's exploration of life's complexities. This cover transcends its time, symbolizing the band's thematic depth and innovative sound. The Grateful Dead's Aoxomoxoa deserves a special mention. The 1969 album, with art by Rick Griffin, is a visual trip, featuring a stylized, fantastical landscape filled with surreal creatures and intricate designs. The cover mirrors the Dead's experimental approach to music and their role as pillars of the psychedelic movement. Now, as we fast forward to the contemporary scene, the psychedelic aesthetic continues to ripple through the music industry, evolving yet unmistakably rooted in its revolutionary beginnings. The modern era has seen a resurgence of this vibrant art form, with artists and bands across genres drawing inspiration from the swirling colors and dreamlike imagery of the past. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of the psychedelic experience, a bridge between the visual and the auditory that continues to enchant listeners and viewers alike. Take Tame Impala's Currents, for instance. This 2015 album cover, designed by Robert Beatty, is a modern masterpiece of psychedelic art. Its fluid, mesmerizing patterns and the hypnotic vortex at its center evoke a sense of motion and transformation, mirroring the album's themes of personal change and evolution. It's a brilliant nod to the psychedelic tradition, reimagined for a new generation of music enthusiasts. Bands like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, with their album Flying Microtonal Banana, continue this tradition, using vivid, surreal artwork to complement their exploration of microtonal tuning and psychedelic rock. The cover's bizarre, otherworldly imagery perfectly encapsulates the band's experimental and boundary-pushing music, inviting listeners into a realm where anything is possible. The enduring appeal of psychedelic album covers lies in their ability to evoke wonder, challenge our perceptions, and offer an escape into the realms of imagination. In a world that often seems confined by the mundane, these covers serve as colorful, vibrant reminders of the limitless potential of human creativity. And there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour through the fantastical, vibrant universe of psychedelic album covers, right here on the Backstage Vault. As we bid goodbye to this psychedelic odyssey, I want to extend a huge thank you to all of you tuning in. Your enthusiasm and curiosity make every dive into music's rich tapestry an absolute joy. Thank you for joining us at the Backstage Vault. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and share this psychedelic journey with friends far and wide. Until next time, keep your turntable spinning and your heart open to the endless possibilities of the musical universe. Farewell and rock on.